Hi, so this is a new segment for the website. Really just once a week I'm going to go through some different technique exercises. And for this week, I thought I'd start off with one of the most popular books out there, Pumping Nylon by Scott Tennant, which is a great book. And if you look in the YouTube info, I have a link to the book, so you should buy that book. And I'll cycle through lots of different books though as I do these lessons. I just want to kind of bring up different things every week, and you can probably just pick up some tips about guitar technique by watching it. Or if you want to pick up the books, you can do that. Pumping Nylon is great because it's really kind of straightforward. It's just like a whole bunch of good exercises for the hands, which are kind of just workouts more than anything, right? It's not hugely progressive. It's more like a reference book, but it's very useful for students, particularly intermediate students just looking to really up their levels. For today, I was going to look at Odair's favorite drill in the book, and I use this exercise all the time for my students to correct their left hand positions. Because of the nature of the exercise, because it uses 1-4 and then it alternates between the first finger being on a lower string and then an upper string, and vice versa, the fourth finger being on a high string and then a lower string. It's kind of like a really great equalizer for the left hand. It kind of keeps it in check and really tells students what their hand position needs to be. If you're going to do this with one hand position, it's going to be very specific what you have to do with your hand in order to accomplish the exercise. So in many ways, the exercise itself teaches the student what a good hand position is. The only advice I need to give them is play on your fingertips. Don't move your hand around a lot when you're trying to do the different reaches. Just let the fingers do the moving. So your hand position should generally stay still. So if you watch my left hand when I do this, you can see it's remaining pretty still, and it's my fingers that are doing all the movement. So a couple of tips, like I said, play on your fingertips. Make sure that your fingers are curved. I'll do a close-up in a second, but keep your fingers really curved. That means for the fourth finger, it might come in at this angle. Don't outstretch the finger like this. So with this exercise, you start with just the first and third string. Don't move to the lower strings until you're ready to do so. So once you feel like you can play this exercise with curved fingers on your fingertips, then you can increase the stretch to the fourth string. But not before. And then once you feel comfortable with that, you go to the fifth string, and the stretch just kind of gets more and more intense each time. So before I move to a close-up of my hand, I just want to talk about some common problems that students have. One thing is just generally the reach and keeping your fingers curved. Just remember to kind of put your thumb, don't let your thumb be up too high. Behind the guitar, I have my thumb kind of right behind my fingers pretty much. So it's like on the lower half of the instrument. So it's like right below the second string or third string. So my thumb's pretty low down this way. So I'd recommend that you do that so you can get the reaches. And the other thing that students often do is they don't hold the notes long enough. You have to hold this note while you play that one, and then hold this one while you play the next one. Don't let go of the first finger until the fourth finger plays. Don't let go of the third finger until the second finger plays, etc., etc. Really, the exercise is just this. It just kind of goes down there in one voice, and then same thing on the upper voice. So it's kind of a counterpoint exercise. One voice goes down while the other one jumps up and goes down as well. So you have to hold fingers down. There will always be two fingers on the guitar. So you have to listen for that. It has to be legato. It can't be... That's bad because I'm not holding all the fingers down for their proper values, note values. There's always this kind of overlap, like linking kind of thing that happens with the notes, with the sustain of the notes. So let me just do a bit of a close-up, and then that'll be it for this week. So just a quick tip about the left hand here. Make sure your fingers are curved, even this pinky finger here, not outstretched like this, not down on its fingertip or the pad of the finger, but on its fingertip and curved. Let me just make sure it's focused on my fingers there. So all the fingers curved, not extended. Don't throw the wrist out so that your fingers are extended like this. Just keep them curved. And then even as you increase the stretch, you have to kind of remain curved, letting the fingers do all the work. If you don't go like this, you know, like switching the hand position for every single time you do a new move on it. So just keep that in mind, and I think you'll be just fine. So that's Odair's drill from Pumping Nylon. And check out that link in YouTube info section. You should really buy the book. It's a great book and lots of other great exercises in it.